What's going on, collectors and trainers? Welcome back to another episode of Professor Birch's Observations. Today's episode, we're going to be taking a look at a submission that I'll be submitting to PSA, and taking a deep dive under the microscope, taking a look for any imperfections, make sure we're getting the best possible cards we can send. But before we get into today's video, I just want to thank everybody this year who has subscribed to the channel. And if you haven't done so already and you're interested in content that I create, be sure to hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell for more videos just like this. But I wanted to give a shout out to everyone and say thank you and let everybody know I'll be giving away this Japanese 100 start deck. So if you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, and I'll be leaving details for that giveaway in the description. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into today's video. Alright guys, so here we are. We have all of our equipment for our pre-grading process. If you haven't seen episode 1, I highly encourage you to check it out. I'll link that in the description as well. But I have a digital microscope and I'll be using a couple other tools to check out the quality of the cards. But we're going to start off right off the bat with one of the most popular alternate art cards in modern right now, and that's the alternate art Umbreon Vmax. Now this is not my card, it's a friend's card that I am going to grade and sell on consignment. So we're going to take a look at this underneath the microscope here. But it's a modern card. We know we're not going to find a lot of imperfections, but one tool I do use to check out imperfections without the microscope is this UV pen. So we're going to go ahead and pull Umbreon out of the sleeve. Okay, yeah, it's a beautiful card. So just looking at it right off the bat on the surface, I do see down on the bottom, my finger's shaking a little bit, there's a little bit of, my camera's not getting in focus, there's a little whitening there. I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up, but you can see right there, there's a little bit of something there. So that's one little ding right off the bat on the front. We take a look at the back here. I do notice there's something down there in a corner. See that line there? We have some whitening up there. So whitening up there. So unfortunately, people say this has an 80% gem mint 10 rate. I don't think we're gonna get a 10 on this one. That's unfortunate, but a 9, is what it is. But I'm gonna go ahead and pre-grade this as PSA 9. The centering, now I have a centering tool here. It's a gem mint centering tool. Like I said, I go over these in episode 1. But if we check out the centering here on Umbreon, take a look here on the left hand side. We look at the numbers, we are falling right around the 2, which is the second solid line there. Sliding around a little bit, and then on the right, we are also on the 2, which is right there, kind of by Umbreon's tail and that light beam. And then top to bottom, you can't really measure the top because there's no border, but on the bottom, say we're about a 2 also. It's going on the solid line there. So we're about a 2 on the bottom centering. Now to the back, line this up. Okay, left to right, we are 2 on the left, and we are actually Gotta scoot this over a little bit. There we go. Yeah, we're at a 3. At a 3, you can't really see that in the camera, but we're in the 3 range there. So, and then top to bottom's definitely heavier. That's falling under the 4, and the bottom part is falling under the 2. So 4 on the top, 2 on the bottom. So here's my centering tool card, 2 2s and the 60/40. So we're right there at the centering for to fall within the 9-10 range. It's 1 card down. We got a few more to go here. So our next, quite a bit to go. We've got about 15 cards, I believe. This is a team up staff promo card. You see there's the staff logo. This was gifted to me by my friend who owns the Umbreon Vmax. It was a Christmas present. Thank you, John. Appreciate you, buddy. So never thought I'd own a staff Charizard card, but I'm sending this off to get graded because it's going to be a display item. It's awesome. It's a beautiful card. But we look at it right off the bat. It looks to be decently centered, but we won't do the centering right away. We're going to check out the surface here. So take a look under the UV light right on the front surface. I don't see anything notable that sticks out, so that's a great sign. Flip it over here. I see right on the top there we got a white dot, so there's one ding. Looks like some fuzz on the top there. There's a little bit of whitening on that corner as well, and there. So we take a look underneath the microscope, you can get a better look at what I'm talking about. See there we have the white ding, and there we have a white ding, a very small one. And also there's a little imperfection, scuffing on the back. If that's dust or what. Here by the Pokeball. No, I think we're good. Okay, so due to that whitening on the corners, I'd say this is going to be a 9. So Staff Charizard, PSA 9. These ones, I should note, these first, I believe 6 or 7 cards I'll be submitting under the $30 tier because I want to get them back a little quicker, and I don't want to get upcharged on them because these cards are a little bit higher value, and some I want to get back a little sooner because I'm going to be selling them on my eBay. This one, for example, that I just recently pulled from Vstar Universe. See, Palkia Vstar Ultra Rare Gold. Beautiful card. It was pulled from a pack, so I know there's not going to be a lot of imperfections to it, but we'll just take a real quick look at it. Doesn't look too bad. I mean, I don't see any whitening, so looking pretty good there. I'd say probably on the centering, I'll put it in the sleeve and we'll check that. Back's a little lighter on the bottom and heavier on the top. The centering on the front looks pretty good, except for we're a little heavier here on the left. So if we go ahead and pop that in the sleeve and grab our centering tool here, put that under. Okay, so from left to right, we have a 3 on the left, and on the right, we are falling on the 2. So as I suspected, we're heavier on the left, and thinner on the right, which are 3-2. That's still falling under the 60-40. Actually, I don't know. Earlier, I think I went under the 2-2. That's actually 50-50. So that was on the Umbreon I was talking about. So not bad. And in the back, we definitely heavier on the top, like I said. We're actually falling on the 4 here, and then down on the bottom, we're falling on the 3, the dotted 3 down there. And then from left to right, we have a 3, and the 3 spilling into the 4 almost. So yeah, 4-3 is 57-43, so it's within the 60-40. So yeah, I would say actually I'm gonna predict the Palkia Vstar to get PSA Gen Mint 10. Be interesting because what I'll be doing going forward is when I get my returns back, I'll be doing a follow-up, and then we'll compare my predictions to the actual grades. So a 10 for Palkia. Here we have another beautiful card I acquired recently from a friend. Ash's Pikachu, level X, from the Diamond Pearl era. This is an amazing card. I can't believe I own this card now. But I am going to grade this because I want to display this card. It's a milestone in my collection to own this thing, and I've spoken before about Ash's Pikachu cards. There's not a lot of them. But if we take a look at this card, being a Diamond and Pearl era card, in beautiful condition. Take the black light to the back here. Only thing I notice, get the camera in focus, see the whitening we have down there? That's what's going to put us a grade down, and there's a little bit there. I don't know if that's dust. Yeah, it's like a tiny bit of whitening. So if we take that underneath the microscope here, it's not very visible. Okay, it's visible under the black light, but not under the microscope. Get into focus here a little more. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything there. Okay. And then the front surface of the card. I'm just now seeing this. There is, I don't know if the light, yeah, there's a small little scratch right there, like where the 20 is at, above that, where the Japanese symbol is. Yeah, it's not going to pick it up. Camera's not going to pick it up. Yeah, there we go. Okay, see that? See as I pass the light through? Right above that symbol. Come on. Camera's a pain in the ass. Okay, yeah, see, as I hold it right there, right above that symbol I pointed at, you can see the scratch. So not a 10. I'm gonna say this is gonna get a PSA. It'll probably be an 8. Probably be an 8. If it gets a 9, I'll be very happy with that. I'll be happy with that. So, cool. So there's Pikachu level X. Predicted grade PSA 9. Alright, next card we have Lisia from Celestial Storm. It's a modern card, so it might have some whitening. We're going to find out here. So look at the back. No. We're looking beautiful. No whitening. flip it over. We'll see if we see anything wrong with the front surface, which I do not. Let me just look at this right here, because I can't tell from the texturing if that's curling or if it's just the actual texturing. No, just the texture. Okay, beautiful. So, Lisia is from Celestial Storm. I didn't check the centering, but it looks awesome to me. I think this will get a PSA 10. So, Lisia from Celestial Storm, Gem Mint 10. Card Saver. Alright, cool. Moving right along here with this pre-grade. Next card, we have this beautiful Dark Blastoise with this immaculate swirl next to him. This is a childhood binder card. So, I'm not expecting a PSA 10. But an 8 or 9, that'll make me a happy little collector. So we're going to pull him out of his sleeve. We'll take an initial look at the front here. I took really good care of this card. I mean, it went straight from the pack to the binder sheet, but as you see here, just a little bit of whitening on the side. Oops, try not to drop this here. Okay, a little bit of whitening on the side, on the back, a little bit of whitening specks down there, and looks like a little bit up there. But the rest of the card looks really good. We'll just look at these corners here underneath the microscope. Back a little bit, adjust the light. Okay. It's out of focus here. There we go. Okay. In focus now. Looking good, looking good. Right. Let's see. This that one out of focus again. No, this card looks excellent. Only last thing here is, let's see what the holofoil looks like. This is what the main thing I love the microscope for, is the holofoil, like, because you're really gonna notice minute details. Because right there, thought I seen a scratch. You gotta get the lighting a little bit. You gotta adjust. There's like these auxiliary lights. You adjust them. Aha! There's scratches there. Almost looks like print line. Or no, that's from being pulled out of the binder. So we've got scratches there. Scratches going all the way up. Yep. When you have those long streaky scratches, that's from being pulled out of the binder. There's a little bit there by his shell. And a little bit of abrasion there. Okay, so yeah, with those scratches, I'm gonna say it's gonna fall either an 8 or 9, which is unfortunate because it looked great. It might get the 9 because this whole thing with appeal, eye appeal. If you follow PSA and have their magazine, they recently discussed about appeal and how one little imperfection can pull it from one grade to another, but if the appeal of the card overall looks great, it can favor the higher grade. So, Dark Blastoise, PSA 8 or 9. Now, going to the big OG, the base set Charizard. This isn't my childhood one, but this is one I bought from a collection. It looks a lot cleaner than my childhood one. So we're going to go ahead and pull this legend out of the sleeve. Take a look at him here. First initial glance, looks great. You'll notice there's a little bit of like fibers from the cut, so the edges there probably gonna get docked for that. Other than that, looks good. I mean, the edges down there are a little rough. Flipping to the back, looks really good. There's a little bit of whitening down there. And then that's really all I see is down there, and maybe a little bit right there on this side. Taking a look at Charizard underneath the microscope. Oh wow. Yeah, this holo, it is looking crisp, except for right there. And that little flame cloud, there's a scratch. Yep, scratch. And there's a scratch right there. So let's take into account the centering now, because that's really gonna make or break this thing. So overall, first glance, the centering looks pretty decent. Put this underneath the centering tool, and we definitely can see that the top is so heavy. The penny sleeves stick to these, so that's why I struggle a little bit. You're noticing like, why the heck are you fumbling this so much? That's a penny sleeve gets stuck to the plastic of the centering tool. So on top we have a 4. Not good. Bottom, we're at a 3. From left to right, at a 3. Oh, I'm a little crooked there. Okay, on the left we're in between, a little over 2, so we're in between 2 and 3. And then once we line up the right hand side here, we're in the 3. So it's about a 3-2. So that does fall in the 60-40, but from top to bottom, the 4-3, that still falls within the 60-40 threshold that PSA wants. So with that, just that small little hairline scratch up here, I'm gonna say PSA 9. I hope to God, I'd be so happy to own a PSA 9 Charizard, because a 10 is very hard to obtain, but a 9 will make Professor Birch very happy. Alright, moving on to the next card. Getting into some modern here. Mewtwo EX. Okay, I believe this is from Breakthrough. Love this card. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this because I was looking at it earlier and this card looks phenomenal. Surface, obviously, is crisp, clean, beautiful. Take the black light. There's no... there's a little noticeable bit of whitening right there. And a little bit there. But that could be... Nope. Sometimes it's just a little bit of fibers. But that's not the case. So, a little bit there. And then the back. Like... Take a look at that underneath the microscope. Everything else looks pretty good. I just want to look at that corner there real quick. Okay, yeah. Surface looks great. Surface looks awesome. And centering real quick, we'll check that out. Okay, we are... It's hard because the borders are black here. We got a 2. And we've got 2. 2 on the bottom. And 2 on the top. 50-50. Mewtwo EX. Magneton. Right, moving on here, we have Slowking. This is from Neo Genesis. Love this card. It's very nostalgic. Try and get this out of here without bending it. Jeez. Okay. Second here. Okay. Alright. We got Slowking. This card was also a binder copy, but it went straight from pack to the sleeve, but didn't perfect fit sleeve these, so dust over time got down in there, so there's probably a little bit of scratching on the hollow surface. The back looks pretty good, except for there's a whitening ding right there. Let's take a look at it underneath the microscope. Scratches. They're not deep ones, they're just very light, as you can see. Some light ones. And then there's some there. So I would say it's probably going to get an 8. But this thing has like a super badass swirl right there. Like that thing is like a stage 5 tornado. Thing's sick. So I'm going to say this will probably get PSA 8 or 9. PSA 8 or 9. Okay. Alright. Moving on, we have a modern card here. We've got Gengar. Love this card. I think this is probably my favorite character rare. Card looks immaculate. I would say it's probably going to be a 9 or 10 contender, but we'll be the judge of that here. Surface looks fantastic. Which another thing, obvious mention that I make mention in my first episode is lighting is key to pre-grading. Gotta have your lighting right. This surface looks great, and then the UV is not picking up any whitening. There's a little bit of rough edge down there, so the edge on the bottom isn't clean. But throwing him underneath the microscope, see that hollow flow pattern. So nice and clean. Yep. I'm not even checking the centering because it looks great. Centering looks awesome. I'm gonna say this is a PSA 10. Gengar's PSA 10. Alright, so moving on to the next card, we have a character card from, or an alternate rare, not a character card, my bad. Gotta get used to these differentiations. Beautiful card. Another card that doesn't require a lot of investigation here. Surface looks fantastic. No scratches. I pulled this from a pack myself. Edges look great. See if there's any scratches or print lines. There's Volbeat there. No. I'm going to say this is going to be another PSA 10. Except for, let's check the centering real quick. Okay, we've got 2, a little bit off on the side. We're a little thicker here. We're almost on, basically on the 3. And the 3 on the right. And then the bottom, we are at 2. So definitely within the 60-40 threshold. So I'm going to say PSA 10. Right, here we go. Moving on to the next card here. We've got Miltank from Vstar Universe. Same deal, pulled from same box. Right from the pack to sleeve into the card saver. Looks great. Let's check the back here. Nope. No whitening. Let's check for print lines. Oh, look at that little Miltank. Yep. That's gonna be a no. Cool. So I think we're gonna get a good grade with this, and we'll be as happy as that Miltank there with that buffet in front of him. And it's gonna be a great day when he comes back in a PSA slab. Alright, so moving on, we have Charizard Vstar. Now this thing just looks fantastic. Centering looks awesome. Yeah, since came from the same box and everything, I'm gonna say this will be either a PSA 9 or 10. And then if I'm wrong, it's because we speed ran that one on the pre-grade. So next card, we have a Brock's Ninetales. Beautiful card. Love this card. And I am pretty sure this card is very clean. I checked it out not too long ago, and it looks fantastic. Surface on the front looks great. I don't see any visible scratches. Back, looking really good. Just a small little white nick up there on the top. And that's it. So if there's no scratches on this holofoil, I'm gonna be ballsy and say that this might hit the 10. Yeah. Yeah, this card's beautiful. Brock's Ninetales, PSA 10. So we're going to move on to our next card here. This is Ash's Pikachu from the Ash vs. Team Rocket theme deck. It's a Japanese theme deck. Came out in 2017. As I said, I love collecting Ash Pikachu cards. This is one of them. This card I don't think is going to get that high grade because notice there's a little bit of curling right there. And you know, I don't notice anything else on the surface besides that on the front. Look at the back. Nothing too crazy except for right there on the top. There's some whitening. So this card is definitely not going to get a 10. Look at it underneath the light here. Yeah, there's a little bit of scratching there, it looks like. Just a tiny little hairline scratch. I don't know notice anything there. The edges again. See, there's that. Look down there in that corner. Again, take a look at it. Yeah, see, it's dinged. We got a corner ding. That's instantly gonna. It's probably gonna be a 7 because of that. I honestly, this is probably not going to PSA. That's probably gonna go to CGC. So, Ash's Pikachu, you're not making the cut. You're not making the cut, buddy. Sorry. Okay, so we're gonna put you off on the reject pile. Moving on to the next card, we have this beautiful Gyarados EX Secret Rare. I remember chasing this card in the last Breakpoint booster box. I finally pulled it, like the last one I was able to find in stores, and pulled it, and that was such an exciting moment. So happy to have this card, and I would love to get this card slabbed. But let's take a closer look at it, make sure he's worthy and he doesn't end up like Pikachu, because right off the bat I'm seeing right here some whitening. So we're going down to 9 category with that, fortunately. Everything else looks great. As I said, I pulled this from a pack myself, so I know the card's history. Everything else looks awesome, except for, yeah, we just got that one little area down on the bottom right there. See that whitening on the card? There's even a couple little specks. So that's going to drop the card down. So I want to go ahead and say this card will get a 9. So PSA 9 on the Secret Rare Gyarados EX. Right, so 2 cards left. I just want to thank you guys for sticking around. If you're still watching the video, thank you so much. If you find this content helpful or entertaining in any way, please, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, because there'll be plenty more episodes like this. And Professor Birch's observations will also consist of other things. I plan to look at some error cards and feature those on the channel, so that'll be something else we'll take a look at here underneath a microscope. Here we have a Team Rocket Japanese Magneton, a dark Magneton. The holofoil pattern on this is just amazing. I love this card. I got this at a card shop as a kid back in like early 2000s and kept it in my binder. And as you can see, the holofoil on this, which I'm pretty sure this is a hard card to grade because the holofoil pattern gets scratched so easy. But I am not seeing any scratches on this whatsoever. We flip it around to the back. We got an old back Japanese card. There's no whitening on it. Now the only thing that I'm seeing that PSA might dock is the pitch here. The centering on this, it's definitely thinner on the left compared to the right. If you look at the right border, that might be the only thing here that I see that I get docked is centering. So definitely going to get a 9, but I am praying and hoping for PSA 10. Right. So we are to our final card here, and it's a little bit different. It is actually a Topps card, but it is the one and only Mr. Ash Ketchum. And with all the talks about Ash and him leaving the anime because his journey's coming to an end, I gotta get this card encapsulated. I have to. So we're gonna take a look at the Topps card here just to end off today's episode. And as this is a little more like a sports card because it's a Topps card, the corners definitely important to look at. Make sure they are sharp. They're looking good. Let's take them out of the sleeve actually. I'll get a better look here. Just pull that out of the sleeve. Corners are looking excellent. There's a little bit of whitening on the bottom. It's just the edge. A little bit of fraying of the edges, I believe, on the bottom of the card. But not bad. And then we flip it over to the back here, and you'll see there is a little bit of a white ding there. The top corners look excellent. The corner looks excellent. We'll just take a look at this underneath the microscope. Check the surface here. Yeah, see right there, we've got a little bit of whitening. That corner looks fantastic. That corner looks awesome. Yeah, it's just, that little bit right there is really, it's like a chip out of the card, man. Oh, it sucks. Because otherwise, this card would be immaculate condition if it wasn't for that. Corner looks great. And let's take a look at the front surface here. It's got its nice original gloss. That corner looks great. Got Pikachu there, looking awesome. Mr. Pika. Okay, so due to that bottom ding there, this is gonna get a 9. I'm gonna say PSA 9. So, all right, collectors and trainers, I want to thank you again for tuning into today's episode of Professor Birch's Observations. If you found this video entertaining or helpful in any way, please be sure to drop a like and leave a comment, and let me know what you'd like to see next, and happy collecting. I'll see you in the next episode.